We have big breaking news we want to share with you right now regarding the death of Harmony Montgomery. The arrest warrant and attached affidavit of probable cause has just been made public in the murder case against Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery. This has been under seal until right now. This just made public. I just got this in my hands. We are combing through this document right now here at Court TV for these disgusting details about how that beautiful little girl was killed. Now, this document was released by order of the New Hampshire Superior Court judge. And according to Adam's wife, Kayla, Harmony was beaten to death in the family's car back in December of 2019. What's more, the family car is where little Harmony had to live. That's where the family was living at the time. And apparently Adam Montgomery, according to police and what they are saying here, he was upset that that 5-year-old child would have accidents in the car. And Adam would hit her in the face. And he hit her in the face multiple times with a closed fist on one occasion and never sought medical treatment. And then, after she died, he put her body in a duffel bag and kept it in the trunk of his car, according to investigators. And what's more, they moved around with Harmony's body, taking her everywhere they went, moving her to different spots in their next apartment, keeping that child's dead body. The unsealing of the document comes after Adam Montgomery was found guilty of all of the charges in his weapons case earlier this month. His defense team had successfully argued to seal the document after the conclusion of that trial. Adam Montgomery been charged with second-degree murder, the murder currently set for this November. We're going to be doing a deeper dive on these details with you throughout the day. I've been able to skim through some, and I have to tell you, during the commercial break, it really, I was holding back tears with this. I'm looking at page 8 of the document. I want to bring in my guest to help me dissect some of this. Trial attorney, former prosecuting attorney Vonda Sargent on the show today. Vonda, this is going to turn your stomach. Prepare yourself. Looking at page 8 here that I've read through, apparently he was in the habit of hitting the 5-year-old child when she would have an accident in the car. Now, there's no bathroom in the car. I don't know where that poor child is expected to go to the bathroom to relieve herself, being forced to live in a car. But apparently on December 7th of 2019, the vehicle broke down and Adam Montgomery hit Harmony in the face and in her head on 3 different occasions because she had a bathroom accident. Now, she was sitting in the rear passenger side. He was in the driver's seat, according to Kayla Montgomery, the wife, not Harmony's biological mother, but her stepmother. And apparently Adam would turn his whole body around, according to her. And at one point, he delivered sets of 3 and 4 blows with a closed fist to Harmony's face and head on separate occasions over a period of time of a few minutes. And after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect that he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony. And he said, quote, "I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something." And then poor little Harmony made a moaning noise. And this poor child moaned for roughly 5 minutes time and then stopped moaning. And at that point, it's very clear to me the child's dead. At no time did they get her medical attention, try to call 911, try to call an ambulance, nothing. They let her lay there. And then they stuffed her dead body in a duffel bag, Vonda, and put her in the trunk. Your reaction hearing these allegations from police about Adam Montgomery?
My first thought is I understand that we have to have the stepmother's testimony, but I also feel very deeply that she needs to be punished as well. It just is bone-chilling that this grown man could beat this child to death with that other grown woman in the vehicle, and she do nothing. So my first response is burn them both. They both need to go. This is absolutely horrific. And that he could say after he beat her that I think I hurt her this time. So what were you doing, giving her rainbows and unicorn kisses the other times? It is just bone chilling. It is disgusting. And I just have no words. I have absolutely no words for either of them. And it's my sincere hope that she does not get some plea bargain that means that she's not serving a significant amount of time, because she's just as culpable, in my opinion.
You're right, Vonda. She needs to be punished for this as well, because she has two hands. She could have picked up the phone and called 911 to get that child some help, or rescued the child when she knew the child was sustaining beatings. I'm looking ahead, and this is really, really tough information to hear. If there are any children in the room, take them out of the room right now. After little Harmony was dead and they had her in the duffel bag, they would keep her in the trunk, but then they wound up going to different places to live. And they lived at a residence, Kayla's mother's residence, actually, for a while. And they apparently lived in an apartment building. And when they moved to this, I guess it was a transition shelter, it's called here in the affidavit, they put her up in the ceiling vent in the bedroom. They had the 5-year-old child's dead body up in the ceiling vent. Now, meanwhile, the whole nation is wondering, where is Harmony Montgomery? And she's up in the ceiling vent. And this is really gruesome. But Kayla Montgomery told police that there started to be a liquid leaking from the bag down out of the ceiling vent into the bedroom, and there was a strong odor. And what did Dad do? What did Adam do? Well, he put a trash bag around the duffel to keep it from leaking. And only until neighbors apparently complained about the smell, because they could smell the child's body decomposing, was there any action taken? I am sickened. I know you are too, Vonda. And this child, this is going to, blow your mind even more about this. And I want all of our viewers to pay close attention. So little Harmony was wanted, not by her biological dad, Adam Montgomery, but she was wanted by the adoptive parents of her biological brother, Jameson. Blair Miller is an outstanding journalist. He's also a personal friend of mine, and he and his husband, Jonathan, have adopted 3 boys. One of them is little Jameson Montgomery, Harmony's biological brother. And Blair and Jonathan wanted to adopt Harmony as well, and they couldn't. You know why? Because Adam Montgomery had asserted his parental rights and wouldn't give them up. And then look what he did to her, allegedly. Forced her to live in a car, beat her, allegedly, multiple times on multiple occasions, until he allegedly beat her to death. I think that might be what sickens me most, is that there was a family out there who wanted to take that little child and love her and give her a beautiful life that she deserves to have, just like her brother Jameson. Vonda, your reaction hearing that?
I can't get past the beating. I understand that there was a family that wanted her, but I can't get past that this man would turn his entire body around, ball up his fist, and beat a child that he made. So I understand what you're saying about that she did have a chance, but it is mind-boggling to me, and it is chilling, and it's stuff that nightmares are made of. I mean, look at that tiny little girl and her cute little glasses. How could you get angry at anybody that little? I mean, yes, she had accidents. Little kids in the best of circumstances have accidents. But that you didn't pull over or pull to the side of the road even and let her use the bathroom and then beat her because she engaged in a natural bodily function. I can't get past that. And the stepmother. They are both evil incarnate, and I think they both should be under the prison. This is just horrific that this has happened.
Under the prison. Amen, Vonda, amen. You know, and tell me if you were like this, you know, being in a prosecutor, and I did not handle child abuse cases, and I thank God that I didn't. I wouldn't have the stomach for it. You know, I worked in a very large office, and we had specialized units for everything, and there were prosecutors who would routinely handle them, and I would say to them, like, God bless you for doing this work, because I think I would be in tears every day and just wouldn't be able to emotionally detach myself. I mean, it takes a real rotten, evil person to harm a child, a defenseless child who can't protect themselves. Vonda, your thoughts on that and child abuse in general? Because if I had to bet, I'd bet everything I own. This didn't happen in a vacuum. I bet that child was abused every day of her life by him.
Right. You know, I'm like you. I refuse to cycle over into the juvenile portion of our office. Yeah. It was difficult enough. I did domestic violence, and it was difficult enough doing with child victims. So, I mean, not victims, but child witnesses. So I just, you know, I have a problem with the woman whose house they stayed in. I have a problem with the landlord of the apartment complex. That body was decomposing, and someone had to have smelled that body. So it just, the number of people that should have and could have stepped in and did not is just mind-boggling. And all of them should be charged, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And for anyone wondering, I mean, this affidavit is very detailed. I think it's about 50 pages, and we're literally reading it as I'm talking to you, Vonda. Little Harmony's body never found. Apparently, she was dumped in an undisclosed location. And so the people who do love her, like Blair Miller and his husband Jonathan and her brother Jameson and her biological mother, who I understand has just had a lot of difficulties in her life. That's why she wasn't able to parent her. There were people that loved this child. They can't even give this child a proper burial because the body hasn't been able to be found. So that adds another layer of deplorable conduct here in the allegations against Adam Montgomery. We're going to be having continuing coverage of this throughout the day. We have our Court TV journalists digging in, reading through this page by page. But those were the highlights, my friends. Those were the sick and disgusting highlights here, that little Harmony Montgomery was allegedly beaten to death after she was forced to live in a car and was having accidents in the car because she didn't have a bathroom to use. That child deserved to have a beautiful life. And now whomever did this to her deserves the stiffest of punishments. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll return to Wisconsin for more of the stolen reptile murder case. Thank you for watching Court TV Live.